So this week we're going to cover the Cord, the VGP, the CDT, and the Hooligan Division. That's right, I renamed it the Hooligan Division. Unfortunately, Scar couldn't make it out of the void this week, so he'll have to double up on MCC next week. And I checked in Panda's corner and no Panda. So we're going to skip past Panda and see what's going on in the VGP division.
Hello and welcome to what promises to be yet another thrilling instalment of action from round 2 of Season 9 NATTS League VGP Division. I'm your host, Callisti Mayer, and this week we're launching the first week of round 2. Now there was only meant to be one game played, well that's when the deadline was. We had one game to play in this first week as opposed to the usual 2. But VGP Division, being the eager beavers that they are, have almost completed 2 games in the 1 week, so the usual schedule. There has been a little bit of drama going on in the division this week, so just to take a quick look at the teams that made it through to round 2 VGP Division. So the first team in was the Marvelous Mohawks. Now, the Marvelous Mohawks are coached by Majestic, and you may have noticed that I'm talking about them a little bit in the past tense. That's because they've now departed from the competition and from the league. So this is a little bit of a in memory of team review. So the Marvelous Mohawks, they had an amazing start to their season, amazing round 1, and if you look at the games played, this is the last game they played. It was actually the first game of round 2, and they beat Floopy's Wolfgang's Wardens 3-0. Unfortunately, Majestic is no longer part of the league, so he left, and some other oik joined VGP Division for round 2. We'll get more to him in just a moment. The other teams that made it through, we had Werecasters Maniacs Down Under. So this is an Underworld team, and Werecaster's been doing pretty well. He's got a nice team here. The 2 Skaven Blitzers, one with Tackle, the other one with Claw and Mighty Blow, so that's his kill piece. Probably end up getting Tackle again, and then maybe piling on for the Claw Pom. We had the Warpstone Troll, who is nearing their next level. They had Tentacles. We had the other Skaven Blitzer with the Tackle. We have Steve Irwin, Crocodile Man, I think. So these are obviously famous Australians. We have Steve Irwin, the thrower, who had picked up Big Hand block and seems to have an injury right now. It looks like it's a movement bust. We have another Skaven thrower who's out next game. Lineman. Do we have 2 linemen? Yes, we do. We have the second lineman as well. And then we have the rest goblins. This one in particular, Dame Edna Everett, is picked up agility and movement up, so this is probably his jewel in his crown. This is his playmaker, and probably going to be protecting him quite nicely, and hoping that this goblin will help carry him through to the playoffs. We also had Eric's. Now Eric's was in VGP Division in the previous round. Well, no, he wasn't. He was in CDT Division with me. But Eric's is going Bretonian this season, and he's doing really well with them, which is always good to see. It's a suggestion I had for him, so he's picked up the ball and he's running with it, and he's definitely doing a lot of really good things. He's been winning games, and quite convincingly too. So he's got the 4 blitzers. All but one of them have blodge. The one that doesn't have blodge is his thrower. It has sure hands and what's that other skill? Pass. So this is his dedicated thrower, Waterloo, and then we have another blodge, a blodge blitzer with leader, another blodge blitzer with tackle and sidestep. We have two blockers, or three blockers, but these two blockers have levels. This one's Wagram is about to level again, but he already has guard, so that's great. Might be thinking about going for, if it's a normal roll, when he levels him next, going for Mighty Blow, just to get some real offensive power on the team. The other blocker, Borodino, has guard as well, and then we have a selection of we've got another two blockers, sorry, I missed this one right in the middle, and then we have a selection of peasants. One of them has kick and a movement bust. Eric's has 4 team rerolls, so he's not going to be shy in re-rolling some of those critical plays. And as I said, he's been doing great guns. We'll take a look at the action for him and his success in just a moment. Next we have Cadet Tank, the infamous Cadet Tank with We Are Suckers, a vampire team. He has 5 vamps. Oh my lord, this guy is a madman. So the entire team is named after members of NATTS, so that's nice to see. With VG Purist, Big Grin, Cord, and Cadet himself, and then we also have Falkirk as the 5th vampire. I believe this is a new addition. Has 0 SPP. Build for the vamps is we've got 2 with dodge, 1 with blodge, 1 with dodge, and movement bust. We have another 2 with pro. One of those has Mighty Blow and tackle. The other one has wrestle and tackle. So this is a nice powerhouse of a team with the vamps. And then we have 6 to 15, so 9 thralls. 1 with dirty player, 1 with kick, 1 with wrestle, another 1 with tackle. And then we have 2 movement busts, and what's Superfed got? Niggling? Yes, Niggling. Okay, he's got 5 team rerolls, so he's stacked. He's got 5 vamps. He's been building well. He's got enough thralls to sort of carry him over failed bloodlust rolls, and he still has 5 team rerolls. So he's going to be pretty powerful going into the rest of round 2 and beyond. Dusk Reavers, coached by Finel. Now Finn won the last ever Sunday League, so he's coming off of a big championship win. His Dark Elves have made it through to round 2, and he has a nice team here. We have the linemen, they're all got at least a level. We've got 1 with kick, we've got another 1 with guard, so that was a double roll. When we have another 3 with dodge, one of them is out for the next game, so that'll be match day 3 of round 2. And the one that is out has a movement bust. There seems to be a lot of movement busts in this round, this division. We picked up an assassin who is also out with an AV bust. The assassin hasn't done much. He's got 0 SPP, and I'm not surprised. Assassins are kind of, I don't know, you either love them or you either hate them or you don't mind them. And then we have 4 blitzers. 2 with blodge, 1 with mighty blow and a strength up, and then another one with an agility up. I'm actually a little bit jealous of this team because he's on his core pieces. He's got guard on the lino. He's got a mighty blow, which is a double, and then he followed that up with a strength up, and then he has another blitzer with an agility up. It just seems to be all of the rolls are falling in his favour. And then we have the Witch Elf, who has picked up Wrestle. He still has 2 team rerolls, so maybe he's going to sort of cast an eye towards getting that 3rd team reroll. In fact, he could get the 3rd team reroll right now. How many team players does he have going into the next game? Okay, so he can go into the next game. He'll have 9 pieces. He'll get 2 loners, and he can still pick up that 3rd team reroll. Might be a good idea for him. And then we had the final team of the originals going into round 2 was Floopy Chops 2, Wolfgang's Wardens. Necromantic team, and he has Sir Floopy de Chops. His prime werewolf is level 4, and he's got blodge and tackle. We've got another werewolf with blodge. We've got one ghoul who's movement busted but is blodge. Another ghoul that's brand new, no SPP. He managed to level one of his flesh golems, so he's got block. Roll a double for that, I believe. Maybe they get block on or get general skills on a normal. I'm not sure. We have another flesh golem that is yet to level. We have whites that has mighty blow, and we have a movement busted whites, and then we have 2 zombies with dirty player. Great choice. And then we have block on another 2 zombies. So all in all, very strong team. Probably going to do well for the rest of round 2 and moving into the playoff. And then we have the replacement team that was replacing the Marvelous Mohawks with Majestic left. So this is another Pro Elf team, the Diamond Dogs, and I know them pretty well because I'm the coach. So let's just take a quick look at what I've taken. Had a few deaths, so my team isn't developed as much as I'd want, but I managed to get dodge and sure hands on my thrower, which is nice. And then I've got Moon Age Daydream, level 4 blitzer with dodge, well now blodge, tackle and jump up. And then I had another blitzer with blodge. I've got 1, 2, 3 catchers with blodge or rodge. A new catcher, Hunky Dory, with nothing. And then I've got a few linemen with nothing, and I've got 1 lineman with kick, a niggle, and dodge. And I've got another lineman with dodge. I've got 3 team rerolls and 1 apothecary. The team is building quite nicely now. I've been having some success with them. It got off to a terrible start, but looking to hopefully do well in round 2. We'll see how we go. But you'll notice that I have 0 doubles or 0 stat ups on this team. I haven't rolled a single double or a single stat up, so this is a very vanilla team and it's not developed as quickly as I'd wanted. Anyway, quickly moving on to the schedule. So let's take a quick look. So round 1 or match day 1 of round 2, we saw the Marvelous Mohawks taking out Wolfgang Wardens 3-0, then Majestic left. So there you go, that was a pointless win for Majestic if he was going to leave. I'm sure Floopy's not so happy about that. Then we have the Maniacs Down Under winning 1-0 over the Dusk Reavers. That's a little bit of a surprise to me. Good on Warecaster for getting the win there. I seem to remember him saying, or Finn saying, that the dice that Finn was getting were pretty atrocious. But that's a solid win. I know Warecaster, he's a solid coach, and so I'm sure he earned that win. And then we had We Are Suckers versus the Battles of Napoleon. Now this is the highlight match for me of match day 1. Eric's has been doing amazing. I've played with him in CDT division, and beating Cadet Tank 3-1 is no mean feat. Cadet's an amazing coach. We're probably one of the best in NATTS. So Eric's is probably going to be pretty pumped after that win, and a convincing win at that. Then we move on to match day 2. So only one of the games hasn't been played yet, which is the Wolfgang Wardens versus Eric's Battles of Napoleon. So we'll see how that one pans out. But of the 2 games that were played, I played my first game of round 2. So I won 4-1 over Warecaster. That was a crazy game. I just got really lucky and also exploited a lot of opportunities and did well, surprisingly well. And then we had the vampire team, Cadet Tanks, We Are Suckers, winning 2-1 over the Dust Reavers. So it looks like Finn's entered a bit of a slump, but hopefully he can come out of it and qualify for the playoffs. And now let's take a look. We've still got this one last game to play, but I'm sure that's going to be played this weekend. It's Friday night tonight right now, so maybe it's already being played. Maybe it'll be played tomorrow or Sunday. There isn't actually any rush. I think they actually have until Wednesday of next week, technically. But hopefully they'll play by Sunday, and we can roll the division yet again early. Now moving on to the leaderboard. So we have me sitting at the top of the table. I inherited that win from the Marvelous Mohawks. So I'm sitting at 2 wins, 0 losses. But then we have the Battles of Napoleon. Now Eric still has a game left in hand, so he could win that and be level pegging with me at 2 wins. But right now he's at 1. Then we have We Are Suckers, like Cadet Tank, sitting at 1 win, 1 loss. Same for Warecaster, the Maniacs Down Under, 1 win, 1 loss. We have the Dusk Reavers, Finn's team, sitting at 2 losses. And then we have Flippy Chops, Wolfgang's Wardens, the Necromantic team, sitting at 1 loss. And again, he still has to play Eric's, and so he could win that and be level pegging with Cadet Tank and Warecaster. That covers the current action. Next video we're going to be, or next episode, we're going to be covering match days 3 and 4, or maybe just 3. And if we're just covering just 3, then I'll be giving you a little bit more of in-depth analysis, maybe some highlights in the next episode. And that's it from me. And remember, there is scoring, and then there is Callisti scoring.
Man, it's a close race in the VGP division. I'm looking forward to seeing how that shakes out. Rumor is, those elves about to get sucked on by some vampires. Alright, with that said, let's get a quick word from our man that covers the games of the week, Discum.
Good day, me fellow Garbos. Well, we finally wrapped up round 1 in that season 9. Bit of a shake-up there, we do admit, for games of the week there. 9 had some stunning games, as well as, let's face it, it's filler when some teams realise that they're quite out of it. However, over in the Hooligan division, oh, those lads are saying, giving them what for. So, get a gander of what's been going in week 10. We've got some surprises there. Have a like, share the wealth, and Nuffle, bless your dice.
I can't disagree with him about week 9, but this is round 2 now, so the action's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to see what games come up this week. Alright, so let's go ahead and kick it over to Ace in the Cord division.
Welcome back everyone to BBPN, and I'm Ace here with the Cord Division. We are officially in round 2 of the division, and stuff is going fast and fierce so far. We're already into day 3 with 1 game remaining to go into day 4. But before all that, let's go ahead and look at first the leaderboard, the teams, and then the teams' overviews. So, as predicted, Superfed with his Wood Elves are up top with a TV of 1720. The White Kniggets by Dr. Helix is number 2 at the Chaos Dwarves. Number 3 being the other Chaos Dwarves, Bone Chewers United by Hogstench, and they had a rough time getting up to round 2. Pumpkin Escobar with the Norse rounding out the final spot of round 2 with the Norse. Viper Gecko and Gray Heart with the Vampire and the Orc coming in the last place positions right now at 5 and 6, with Viper and Gray about to play this week. Now, funny enough though, it's only the top 4 that move on from round 2 to the playoffs. Right now, Super, he's pretty much in. With 3 wins, he's pretty much all but guaranteed his spot. I believe with a draw or a win, he is guaranteed the number 1 spot out of the core division, and he pretty much just play trash ball on the 5th day, try to save all his players, and just move on. With 2 through 5, this is a very, very close race. With if Viper wins, thanks to that draw, he'll be ahead of the Norse. Then the Norse are going to have to play harder. And then it might come down to head-to-heads. So right now, this is a really, really close race. Even the Orcs aren't 100% out of it if someone here loses. So let's go ahead and look at the teams. So first we have the Orcs of GMX by Gray Heart. And let's go ahead and look how they've been doing. Looks like they have a new Black Orc, maybe 1 died, I'm guessing. There are 3 are level 2, 2 with guard, 1 with the strength up. That's pretty nice. No block though, so that is extremely, extremely risky. A Blitzer with Blodge Tackle, that's always nice. Another Blitzer with only 3 SSP. A Blitzer with Blodge, a Blitzer with Dodge Block Guard. The Thrower taking Dodge, get him some block, and he's alright. Alignment with Block, and an alignment with Wrestle, and a movement down. So he is probably just going to be there to just take punishment at this point. Hold that line. And with only 11 players, and this little amount of skills, I don't know. If he gets to playoffs, he is going to be... it's going to be talked about, but he's in a rough spot. He can do it, but man, does Nuffle have to be nice to him. Then we have the Axemen, who actually here it says they're 18-10 now. Let's look at their roster. Surprisingly, they have a freaking bench. I'm losing my mind here. A Wood Elf team with a bench? I'm used to seeing 4 people missing due to deaths. But he has 2 level 4 War Dancers, 1 with Mighty Blow Tackle piling on with Blodge. A NATTS, foul the shit out of this one. I know it says Wolverine, but I doubt he has the regeneration powers. Kill it. Gambit with Blodge, Strip Ball Tackle Juggernaut. Always nice for those leap and sacks. I would probably have taken, well, he already has Blodge, but Russell's always nice too, just to have it. You know, just sack that ball carrier. Treatment with Guard. Let's see, a Catcher with Blodge, a Catcher with 9 movement. So without Blodge, he can't be taken down with Block, but he's probably going to be the one-turner. Jean Grey with Kick Block, but a Niggle, so break that armor and there goes his kick for the most part. Lyman with Raj. Lineman with Tackle, and everyone with Tackle, but a movement down. And then 2 linemen, 1 with Dodge and 1 with Wrestle, both getting agility up. So this is just absurd. Kill these, please. This is just an abomination. These elves don't deserve to be on this planet anymore. And then a Thrower with Cable. 1019 Fountain Factor. I mean, he's going to be giving up a lot of inducements, but Jesus Christ, this elf team is looking to be favorites to win the NATTS if someone does not kill some of these damn elves. Dwarf teams, get on it, kill them. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what bribe I have to give you. Just kill these damn elves. Pumpkin Escobar with the Norse coming out 1440. And he's going to have an Ulfrunner. He did have 2 with Block, but I'm guessing 1 died or had an injury to where he had to fire it. And now he has a fresh one. The other one with Block. A lineman with Tackle, a lineman with AB8, a lineman with Fend, the Berserker getting a Strength up and now Mighty Blow, a lineman with Tackle, another lineman with Fend, and then the Yeti with Claw Mighty Blow. 1 away from that next level up, probably going to get Guard. If he's lucky, probably Block. 3 rerolls, 1 Apothecary, 10k in the bank. Probably needs 1 more player as a bench, being Norse AV7. Just kind of have a bench, make sure that you can field the full team. But after watching what happened versus the Goblins, oh boy, Nuffle has not been kind to this man. Gravestone Gents by the Viper Gecko. So, it looks like he has lost somebody. I think it was a Thrall, as his vampires are down here. So he has a Thrall with Wrestle, a Thrall with Dirty Player. Good choice. A Thrall with the Agility down, so he's just going to be a meatbag. Thrall with Movement, so again, just probably another meatbag to take hits. Another one Dirty Player to keep that fouling going. Another one with Wrestle, another one with an AV minus, so... Well, they're all meatbags, but those threes are probably going to be the front line meatbags. Then he has Block and Blodge on 2 vampires, and then another vampire with Pro. I'm not a big fan of taking Pro as the very first skill, as there are much more important skills you have to take. I would say Block, Dodge, maybe Mighty Blow, maybe Guard first, then go into Pro. That's my personal opinion, as I think it gives him a lot more utility. But we'll see how he does, see if he can round up and get into that playoff position. Bone Chewers United, the Chaos Dwarves by Hogstench. So he has a Bull Centaur with Break Tackle Block, and then another one down here with Break Tackle Block, so pretty standard Bull Centaurs. 4 Chaos Dwarf Warriors, taking, of course, Guard. Why would you take anything else? A Hobgoblin with Sure Hands Block. A Hobgoblin with AV down and Dirty Player, so just a throwaway Fowler. And a Hobgoblin with Kick. 2 more Guard, and this team is basically just built to just win. All you need is Guard on these players, and you're pretty much good to go. Just getting Claw and Mighty Blow, that's just icing on the cake with this team. So if you can just get these 2 level up with Guard, he's pretty much in the clear. He has a Chaos Warrior, Chaos Dwarf team, and he can pretty much take on any team that gets thrown at him. Maybe a few more Dauntless for those bigger ones with Guard, but that's about it. And then finally, bringing up the last team here, Dr. Helix, the White Kniggets. He has Dauntless Guard, Dauntless Guard, so 4 guards, 2 getting 1 casualty away from a guard, the other 2 getting Mighty Blow just to get people away, which I find funny that he's named one Sir Robin Not So Brave when he should be probably a Hobgoblin, seeing that all he does is run. A Bull Centaur with, get this, yes, you were seeing that right, an AG3 Bull Centaur with Block Tackle, so he's not using him. If he's using him as a ball runner, he's probably using him also as a blitzer, so he's pulling double duty. The other one with Block, 2 points away from that next level up, which will probably be Break Tackle, Mighty Blow, or Tackle. It's kind of going to be interesting to see what he rolls for that. Kick on 1, Hobgoblin with Dirty Player movement, so throw away. And another one with AG down, so if he leveled up, that'd probably be another Dirty Player, throwaway player. 4 rerolls, 1 Apothecary. This Chaos team is in a much better position. I can see them going pretty far in the playoffs, especially if they get those 2 more guards. And these 2 Mighty Bow guys level up, get Claw, maybe get Grabbed, kind of control where people go. It's going to be interesting to see how these blockers do with the skills they do have. And let's go ahead and look at these days that have happened. So the Chaos Warriors and Vampires went at it with a 1-1 draw. The Chaos Warriors taking a 1-0 win over the Norse, and GMX losing 2-1 versus the Wood Elves, and that was day 1. Day 2, the White Kniggets win 3-1 over the Orcs. The Wood Elves pull an astounding win over the Chaos Dwarves, and the Gravestone Gents get shut out 2-0 by the Norse. Going into day 3, we see 2 games have already been played. The White Kniggets and Bone Chewers United, both dwarf teams, some dwarf on dwarf action here, going 1-1 draw. The Axemen, the Wood Elves, just dominating, taking a 3-0 win over the Norse, with the Vampires and Orcs to play today, and that's a big game. As you can both see, both those are the bottom teams. Just 1 win puts them into the race, back into this top area here. They won't catch these guys, but they can maybe get in through this way. And there you have it. That is the core division. My prediction, Superfed with his Wood Elves are going to win it, of course. Though, if we look later on down I think he has 1 more dwarf team to play, I believe. That's day 5, day 4. Yes, he has the much more developed Chaos Dwarf team with the 2 Mighty Blow to go against. I really hope Helix does put the hurt on him. They're Wood Elves, they're AB7, but we all know AB7 is a myth. When you want it to break, it won't. It's made of teak. It's never going to break, but as soon as you don't really care about it, it just starts going away. So this is the one game I see the Woodies have an issue with for this round. Next one's probably going to be pretty easy, as it's going to be the Vamps. So they win it. The 2 Chaos Dwarves move on. And then if I had to guess, I'd say it still pretty much stays the same. I'd say it's going to be the exact thing here with the Wood Elves, Helix's Chaos Dwarves at number 2. Though it does depend on that big game. I think that Helix, if he stays perfect, well, no, because of that draw, he won't be able to overtake Superfed. So he stays 2. Hogshead stays at 3, and the North stay at 4. And that's going to be who's coming in through the Chaos or the Core division for the playoffs. I'll see you guys next time, where hopefully we will have round 2 done and ready to go, as I'll give the final rundown of the teams. And I'll see you guys next time on BBPN.
Great coverage, Jace. And yeah, why is that War Dancer still alive? Who is slacking in that division? What is going on here? Man, but Superfed's a good player. I give him that. He is definitely a really good player. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what's happening in the CDT division. Stop believing. Hey. This is the CDT division. I'm your host, Cadet Tank, and this is kind of the theme so far. So, as you can see, things are shaking out to be pretty interesting at the end of day 2. We have Storm with the Chaos Dwarves on top, followed by Pus and Bile Hikaru 2-0, Angry Panda 1-1, Scar, drawing a loss, Big Grin 1-1 with his dwarves, and Keslev on the bottom at 0-2. Didn't see that one coming. So, as you remember, I was going to say that Hikaru, I believe, and Lando were going to drop to the bottom. So far, only one of those 2 results are true. So, let's go on and see what the teams are like. So, right now we have 2 blockers on the Warriors. That's awesome. His ball carrier leveled up. It'd be interesting to see what he gets. I don't know if we can see those dice. No, can't tell what he rolled. Alright, so I bet it'll be something awesome. Another Prestigore, so that means he still has another one that he could pick up if he chooses to get a 3rd one. Right now he's got 100k, so that should be plenty for him to pick up another Prestigore, which I probably would, unless he's trying to save for a 3rd reroll, which that is also pretty important. So we'll see what he does. Then we have Scar, who's not doing so well. He did well come in, but he is suffering at the moment. So it looks like he's got a blitzer that's out hurt coming this round. Man, ugh. But he's still got 2 blodgers with sidestep and his heavy hitter with pro. Blocker with strip ball and dive and tackle. And wrestle and tackle. So he still has a team that can win. That's the important part. He still has a team that can win. But we'll have to see who he plays against next to see how that works out. Storm still has all his major pieces, 1 Hobgoblin out, but who cares? He's a bencher. He has another bencher. Agility 4 Hobgoblin with sure hands? Where did this come from? Did I not cover this last time? I don't remember it. But you know what I do remember? Oh, a Chaos Dwarf that's got Niggle on it. That's a target. Good thing he's got AV9, so unless he gets fouled, he probably doesn't have to worry about it too much. Alright, the Angry Panda. Angry Panda's werewolf looks nice. One werewolf with blodge and one that's built like a killer. He's going to need to get SPP fast so he can get dodge, so he can make it another blodger. Right now, you're like AV8 werewolf. That's not a liability. Well, it will be if he gets hit every play for being a killer. Alright, he's got 2 flesh golems. There's the super annoying one with blodge again. And 1 guard. So as long as he doesn't play something like those Chaos Dwarves, he should be fine. Big Ren having a hard time playing Dwarves. With all this guard. But that's what Dwarves do, right? They stack up on guard. Oh, he went armor up on his Troll Slayer. That's a pretty interesting choice. I don't know if I would personally done that, but hey, can't argue with armor 9. That helps definitely with a team like this. And movement 6 blitzer. Me myself, I always would take a movement on blitzer. All right, let's look at Lando. He's got a catcher that's going to be out next game. I remember him being hurt at AV7 target. AG4 blitzer. That's pretty awesome. And a guard blodger lineman. So that's going to be useful too to help assist in busting cages. Oh, or not busting, but leaping in and hitting the ball carrier. 4 rerolls. Let's see how these teams did while we were away. So Cold War Captains versus Don't Funk With My Heart. Took it hard, 2-1. Rock Riders lost to the Panda. So once again, Panda came up on top, 2-1. And Puss and Bile took down the Dwarves, 1-0. That was one that I was worried that they couldn't win, but they came out, they pulled it out. Just in case we didn't cover this last time, Cold War Captains lost to Possum Bile. Man, the Nurgle really did well there. The beer, No Light Beer is tying with Rock Riders. I'm kind of shocked in that myself, but then again, you gotta think the Britannians have better movement. And then VG Stole My Bike got curb stomped by Don't Funk With My Heart. So those Chaos Dwarves really gave him a hard time that time go. Alright. So the upcoming games, we have Lando versus Rock Riders. And, you know, I'm going to go with Scar on this one. Like how the team's built. I think they can handle the Cold War Captains better. Then you got Don't Funk With My Heart versus Puss and Bile. So I'm going to go with Puss and Bile on this one because they handled No Light Beers so well. I think they're going to also be able to handle the Chaos Dwarves. The No Light Beers versus the VGP Stole My Bike Panda. I'm going to go with... Normally I would not pick No Light Beers, or I would not pick the Dwarves, but because Panda had a hard time versus the Chaos Dwarves, I'm going to pick the Dwarves this time. And definitely pull for them. And when I mean pull for them, I mean just pull for them so I would be right. I really don't like Dwarves. Everybody knows that. Alright, so at the end of this, Lando can still come back. No Light Beer or Big Ren can still come back. Scar can come back. Nobody's truly eliminated. These guys right here, Storm and Hikaru, are not guaranteed a spot just yet. They need at least one tie or one more win to guarantee them a spot into the playoffs. Alright. Other than that, that's all we have for CDT division. This is Cadet Tank, and don't stop believing. Okay, it looks like the CDT division is still pretty close. Let's see what's up with that hooligan division.
Well, good day, my fellow Galbos. As you can hear, it's been 54-40 or fight out there in the hooligan division as the surviving teams I got to show you. They're never to be forgot. Right, let's take a look here. After their first weekend there, quite the battle has happened here. Look what's happened. Amazing enough, the Underworld team and the Ogre team, they've scored their first wins in brilliant battles against both the Necromantic and the Khemri teams. Let's take a quick little gander and a review how they've been developing. Yeah, Four Eyes, let's take a look. Coming up here, yes, they still look as mangy as ever. As we can see, as things have developed here, he's still got the same development going on here. He's ended up getting a little bit more beat up, of course, here. But it's the same plan. Unfortunately, no change to the plan. It just unfortunately didn't work, much to his own shock. He's going to hopefully get better luck in matchup number 2. Meanwhile, as you saw on the games of the week here, the Khemri team just got devastatingly shocked by just the maneuverability and ball handling shown by the extreme coaching of the mighty Zektomon. As we can see here, he's continuing the punishing development forward of his team, and he's hoping something will go right here. It's still waiting just for the opportunity to just get their hands on him, and as the last game showed, when that doesn't happen, ball handling will be a bit of a problem. Let's take a look at this amazing out-of-nowhere underdog team, as he's proving here. He's going to grab Nuffle by the scrotum and just squeeze until the bastard coughs up a couple of good pickup rolls and a couple of double bows. And look, it's working here. Fearless this team is. He's got the throw with the claw, which definitely did pay off, getting rid of one of those annoying Tomb Guardians. The Storm Vermin sticking it right in. He's got the brave and courage of the Skaven Throwers. And of course the lineman. Didn't I predict it? So Clory's Blitz from the Horns, paying off massive dividends. And then of course the other All-Stars, the two-headed goblins with dodges on 2s. How are you going to stop them? I think we got our big surprise here, but it's not over yet. Here's the other big stunning surprise. Yeah, you got it. Coming up, it's the Ogres. They got a good win. They won it and won it well. Look at the massive skills here they've amassed on. They face some Ogres here. Who needs Chaos Warriors? We got Ogres. So, it looks like he's developing here. And look, guess what? He's got another one. This one, he's becoming a real player. I understand there'll be a contract offer soon enough from the Goblin teams. And of course, growing in here, the rest of the Snotlings, you know what? They're survivors. This coach might be pulling some magic here. So, let's take a look. Next matchup coming up here on the schedule. It's finally Big Rock Warbison, the Underworld team, are going to try and take on the Young Frankensteins. And the Ogres, well, they're going to take on the stunned Khemri team. This might be the matchup. This might have the biggest casualties. Nuffle all, bless your dice, and remember, never surrender.
And fight it looks like it's going to be. Man, 2 days left, and then their playoffs start. I can't wait. I'm excited. Alright. Well, guys, that's all we have for BBPN this week. Hopefully next week we'll get Panda's Corner, and Scar will be able to join us. This is Cadet Tank, and I will catch you next time. And don't forget, don't stop believing.